Going on, world? You got another episode of Miseducated Opinion, a long awaited episode, a long gap in between episodes. But I got my reasons for that. One was relocating the shop, moving, all that type of stuff that was like all being put into play when trying to do the show. And then, like, don't get me wrong, I can do the show without Caleb, but the simple fact that like he played a big part in the show, it was like why not have him be a part of the show? So actually, last Sunday we did a show, but seeing with new equipment and stuff like that, I had the video, but I didn't have the audio. So from now going on, we good now. I talked to him a little while ago. He might call up or whatever. But matter of fact, I think that's him right here. Let me check and see. Let me check and see if this my guy. 1 second. Yeah, that's my guy here. So I'm finna call him up or whatever. Uh, and you know what I'm saying? We can see what's been going on with him. If it's gonna rain. Let me see. Let me see if I can call my guy up. There you go. There you go. We can get him in now. I'm working on all this stuff. So y'all just work with me. Hello? That's his, he'll call back. But anyway, uh, this whole Corona stuff got everybody shook. Like it's shutting a lot of stuff down. So I know a lot of people out here affected by the coronavirus, and I mean it's to the point where I was looking at the news today, and they said I think 1,100 people, yeah, 1,100 people passed away in 24 hours, and that's crazy. I mean, like this Corona stuff has really affected the masses to the point where everybody shook. I was speaking to my neighbor. I was putting some stuff on the porch, speaking to my neighbor, and she was explaining to me how what I'm saying, some things how it's affecting her, and one of her coworkers had to get tested. So I personally, and I don't know about nobody else, so I ain't gonna speak for everybody in the world. But me personally, I ain't never experienced anything like this. I never been a part of anything that even came across as anything like this or whatever. So that's like the craziest thing in the world. So it's like, what's next? I mean, I'm trying to call Caleb again too, if y'all ain't understand or whatever. But
Forwarded to an automated.
he don't send me the voicemail. What's going on with this guy? But yeah, man. I mean, like, he was talking about like, he don't got to heaven into his working out and all that type of stuff there, whatever.
Messaging system.
Oh, that's him right here. What's going on, my guy? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. My bad. Uh, you gonna have a long ass voicemail, bro, because I was calling you when you tried to call me back or whatever. So that voicemail gonna be for me. So but what's been cracking with you, bro? I was just telling everybody how we did an episode last week, and how I didn't have the audio synced or whatever, but I had the video synced or whatever.
Yeah, bro. You send something.
What you got me on speakerphone? Caleb, you going in and out, bro.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, I can hear you a little better now. What you have me on speakerphone?
Yeah, I'm in my car.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I had the Bluetooth.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
yeah, I can hear you real good now. I can hear you real good now. But yeah, I was just saying how you don't got your little workout stuff on. You became a gym rat. They took that from you. We did an episode last week. We couldn't get it through or whatever. But I mean, so how's all this stuff affecting you, bro?
That shit whack, man. Like you said, you can't go to the gym. They got that locked down. You know what I'm saying? Then you can't even go to the park, bro. Like they got the park locked down. Like how you gonna lock down the park, man?
Oh, you
Like
can't go to
like
the
a nigga
park
can't
either.
go.
I ain't know they had the park locked
Hell
down. I
no.
thought they were telling people like if you did want to go, like that might be one of the things that where if you go, You just want to make sure there ain't too many people at the park. So you can't even go to the park now?
Nah, they got this shit locked down, bro. Like, so it's like, damn. So it's like you said, I can't even go outside.
Pretty much. Pretty much you can't go out.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then you heard what Fulton doing. Fulton, they fine you like $1,000 and up to a year in jail.
oh, I thought it was
I'm
6
like,
months. I heard $1,000. I thought, but a year in jail for being outside.
maybe it was six. I mean, up to a year. I mean, it could be six. It could be.
But for
that's what I
being
heard on the
outside though,
radio.
I mean for being outside though. I mean I get it because like just I mean I know you can tell people how you thought about it or whatever, but just in 24 hours like 1,100 people passed away.
Mm.
You sound like that. It ain't got nothing to do with you, huh?
No. It's not that. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean the whole thing crazy.
It is. It is. I don't know.
Do you believe
know
it now?
if it's
Because
a
like
dialogue.
last Sunday when we did the show, like you was on the fence. So have you leaned a little more towards, you know what I'm saying that it's legit or not?
I mean, I always felt it was legit, man. I don't know if everything. I feel like the virus. The only thing I feel legit is the virus. Everything else, I feel like it's being
overhyped.
Like being tempered and stuff. I just feel like stuff is being tampered with.
I know I went to the grocery store yesterday because it was my son's birthday or whatever. So I like did some wings or whatever. You know, made the best out of the situation or whatever. And you can only get 2 packs of chicken, bro.
Oh yeah, you want two? Yeah,
I ain't look. I don't do the grocery shopping in the house. You know what I'm saying? But when I heard that, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Only reason I was able to get more than 2 packs, and I mean, people can say something about me, whatever. But what happened was, I went and he turned 4 years old, so I had got him like a number 4 candle, and I left the candle at the register. So when I got home, I realized I left it, so I went back to the grocery store. Then I got 2 more packs of chicken. So I mean,
Hey, bro, you can't be doing that.
That was 2 different visits, bro.
Nah, bro, same day, bro. 2 packs of chicken.
It don't say a day, bro. It don't say a day. I was speaking to one guy. He said I was speaking to one guy. He said what him and his wife do is they go grocery shopping together, but they cash out separately. I mean, like it's crazy. I mean, I get it.
Trying to cheat the system on ground beef.
No, that dude there, he actually has a huge family. So I get why he doing it. Like if you got a big family, how's the 2 packs of meat gonna take care of your family? So like the 2 packs of meat, I mean, they can feed maybe a average size family. But when you got like 5, 6 kids, man, come on, man. I mean, even though there ain't nobody tell you to make them kids, you got them now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of crazy or whatever, you know. So, but when he was telling me that, I like, bro, y'all really milking the system. And like I said, I don't do the grocery shopping, bro. Like I said, the reason I went then because it was my son's birthday, and I was like, we got to celebrate some form or some fashion or whatever. And I just happened to lead the number 4. I didn't do it on purpose. You think I want to go back to the grocery store?
I mean, it's not now. The one in Lithium Springs, I don't know if it's just a black one, but it just seems like they got that motherfucker like.
What you talking about, Walmart? You talking about Walmart?
Yeah, the Walmart in Lithium Springs. It's like a 2. It's like you can go in one way, you can only go out one way. Like they got everybody coming through the same door. Like
okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they don't have both doors open. And I mean, it's people
that's
just
that,
shopping.
That's that late night action there. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. Like in the middle of the night, like around about 2 o'clock in the morning, they have 1 inches blocked off. So they got like that 24/7 now.
I'm guessing they got it. I mean, I don't know. I don't go up there like that, but I know when I went up there to go get some beef.
Okay. Around what time of day was this? Like, was this in the middle of the night or was this in the daytime?
No, it was shit. I mean, I was come out that off like it's about 5:35.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if they got like that around that time, then that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, that's crazy.
But the people shopping there, like you would think that Walmart not open every day, bro. Walmart is open every day. Like niggas got bad buddies. It's like, bro, this shit gonna be open tomorrow.
Right.
Like,
yeah, like now I will say that. I will say that like the people that's going shopping, like they are like doing the most. Like why are you buying up all this stuff? It's like
that's what I'm saying.
You can go back, and I understand like you want to be in the house as much as possible because like the social distancing and like the self quarantining and all. I get all that, but like you're making it hard for the people that ain't going to. Well, I guess that goes what I was saying about me with the chicken or whatever. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I get it
Nah,
though.
bro. That's different when you have like buggies. Like I mean buggies full. Yo, I saw one nigga. No lie, no lie. This nigga had a carton full of fucking 12-pack Cokes, Coca-Cola, like nothing but Coca-Cola. I'm like, bro.
He finna look. Hope he ain't got no diabetes and nothing like that. He finna die in the house. It ain't gonna have nothing to do
that
with Corona.
they got that to do. Yeah, exactly. He gonna die from diabetes,
Yeah.
bro. That shit is.
I
I'm like, bro.
that same guy I was
all
talking
them people
about
are mental
the same guy who I was talking about that him and his wife separate their shopping. He was telling me they went to Walmart one time, like people there buying TVs and all that type of stuff. They're like
Yeah,
all
I
the
seen that too.
like what like and then he said like what they was starting to do was saying like if it ain't the essential stuff you can't buy that. But my thing is like
What?
who's buying like this stuff around that time or whatever? Like, I'm not thinking about no TV. Like, I don't know. I mean, I get like life still go on, but some of the stuff is just like, come on, bro, you're doing too much. And I mean, it might be the best time to buy this stuff because a lot of this stuff might be cheaper now. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty like everything I got, I'm good with right now. I'm not trying to upgrade on that. I don't think I'd be upgrading on, bro. This this podcast stuff, whatever. And I think we got everything we need. And letting the people know though we will be having it where our plan wasn't to social distance ourselves, but it was just like for us getting together to do the show. It was just better for him to do it at his house and my house. So we trying to figure out this whole Zoom and Skype thing, like which route to go and how to do it. And I've been looking up YouTube. So like that's the only thing that we trying to do with this here. So like, but it wasn't because of the coronavirus. Like it was something we was already trying to figure out how to do the show because we just both got life situations and trying to make it happen. Now that we can't go to each other's houses, definitely is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting people know like they will see you come Sunday. But I was like, man, I'm finna do a show and hit them up, see what you had going on or whatever. Since I know you couldn't go to the gym.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna. But like I said, I've been like today. I actually gave myself a rest. That's why I'm just not getting to the house.
Yeah.
But today I'm like, I give myself a break. But man, I've been out here.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I get done with the show, I'm gonna do a little something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna run the neighborhood or whatever. Hope I don't get locked up for running in my neighborhood though. I'm run about a mile.
Hey, well, it depends on where you stay at, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they might.
well, I might have to run. I think I got to run in place.
Yeah.
Run
Yeah,
around the
he's
house a
black,
couple
too.
times.
So yeah, you gotta definitely might just run in your driveway, bro. That way everybody can't say like, yo, you
That's
trying to-
crazy. That's crazy. I mean,
just
it makes
tripping.
sense though. And I ain't trying to make light of the situation there like that, but it's still funny though. You know what
But you
I'm saying?
think there should be like like I mean the way they doing this at Fulton, I don't know if I can fully agree with that. I mean, you are really force people in the house for something they don't know. You talking about stop spreading something that they don't like. We don't know who got it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think the bigger the city, the deeper the severity of it or whatever. But you heard about what happened in Albany, right?
No, I haven't.
They say it was a funeral, and everybody at the funeral got infected.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. They say everybody at the funeral got infected. Now I don't know how big, but then you got to think Albany ain't no big city. It's not a big city, so how big was this funeral? You know what I'm saying? So, but they say everybody got the funeral got sick, and I think that's when it, like everything hit the fans. Then like, and I don't know about everybody. No, well, I mean that's what they say everybody. Now I don't know the for as national wide, but I know they say Albany became like what they call it ground zero in Georgia at least. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about nationwide, but I know in Georgia it became like ground zero. Like that's when yesterday said kids out for the rest of the school, yeah, all that type of stuff there, or whatever. So I mean, hey, bro, the times we live in now, it's crazy. Like this is like to say you experiencing this here, it was making so crazy.
Say what?
I said to say we're experiencing it would make it so crazy. Like we living in a time where like uncharted territory.
It ain't uncharted territory. It's uncharted bullcrap that they.
I'm saying, but when I feel, but
I don't get why they doing this shit. I mean, it's obviously whatever they doing is. I feel like the way it's been handled, like I mean, I feel like I don't know, man, cause it's just like there's some stuff that we supposed to be so unprepared for. And everybody gets sick. We don't got no vaccine. So what are they giving people? Are they giving people antibiotics? Or are they just telling people to go home and let it just go away? Like
I think with some people they letting it take its course, and I'm not comparing it to the flu, but it's in that same family of the flu, I guess, or whatever. And like with the flu, like it's nothing you can take when you got the flu. You just gotta let it. You gotta let it take its course.
That's
So
what I'm saying. So if that's the same way, if you're sick, stay home, let it take its course. I mean, ain't that what you support? I mean, you're telling people. I mean, I just understand because it's just like that. People. I mean, niggas. I mean, this Corona was Corona's like a porn star, man. I swear, it's fucking everybody. Well, I mean, it just running train. I mean, it's just like Corona's just like nigga Corona. You just everybody got it.
yeah,
Everybody got
yeah.
it.
I mean, but you gotta think
I
like
mean,
when
shit.
have you ever like I had never heard of coronavirus before this. Like I never paid it no attention. Like and I know this supposed to be like it's been around, but it's like a different strand, a more severe strand. And I get all that, but like this never like it never touched my radar. And then why I say like uncharted territory, like bro, we never experienced the time where it was like quarantine,
Yeah,
like
this
where you
is
have to
crazy.
be in self quarantine and then shelter in place. I didn't even never heard. Well, I heard of quarantine, but shelter in place. I never heard of that term before, bro. That's what I'm saying. Uncharted territory. Like I don't know. Like last Sunday when we did the show, we was saying like, is this the new HIV? I think this might it might got a beat now, bro. I think it got a beat now. But see, the thing with
I just want
the
to see.
thing with HIV is like HIV was like you were gonna die if you caught, especially when it first like it hit communities with it, you were gonna die. It was just like how long do you have to live? And then I was looking at something
Mm-hmm.
where Chris Rock was talking, and he said they gonna figure out something with HIV just enough where you can live, and that's what they did. But with Corona, it's like I guess it's a seasonal thing or whatever because when it get hot, I'm pretty sure it's like
So you said what you said about HIV?
Chris Rock on one of your guy when he did one of his stand
Yes,
ups or whatever.
okay.
But I told him
Yes,
he say some
nope.
deep stuff, but he was saying like what they gonna do with that. And it was I can't remember which stand up it was, but they were showing him on stage doing it. I mean doing his stand up and he was saying that it's gonna be one of those situations where they just gonna find out where you can live with it. And that's what they basically did. Like now they got a commercial where you like you can have it and not be detected
Oh
or
yeah, you
whatever.
take that pill.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they don't figure out a way to make that, but like they're not curing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no money in the cure. It's the same thing with this here.
If
Like
it's a man-made disease, then that means they did that research, or that means they know how to do it. They know how to fix. They know how to keep people. You can't create something that you don't know nothing about. Like you don't, you know what I mean? Like you can't like building a house. Like you have to have some kind of idea. Like you got to do. You build a house, you got to do the blueprint. You got to do all. You know what I'm saying? We build a car. You don't just make something, but you don't know how it works. You
right.
know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. And these dudes are scientists. Their job is to research. Their job is to take data. Their job is to write down, to look at every like they don't just they go and that's their job to research.
Okay.
Okay, they do this all the time. So I can't be you can't tell me that there's something that came under the nose of America that we just didn't know. And
So,
now we don't have enough tests. Of course we don't have enough tests. Either they figured that it wasn't like that and they didn't need enough tests for some shit that they know that wasn't, or I don't even know the other option, or is it some other moves to try to? It's something going. I mean, it's just I don't know. It just seems so crazy,
so do you feel
like
like?
how
So I
everything.
thought you were saying that HIV was man made. So you feel like? I mean, I feel like HIV was man made. Do you feel like this COVID-19 is man made?
I mean, I've heard from I didn't do like extensive research,
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna do.
it
I'm not
was
gonna do no
from an
extensive
animal. It's
research.
an animal actually disease. Like the animals get that.
I think they said bats do.
Like
I think they say bats do.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But these are bats. That's what I'm saying. So how is it's an animal disease, but is able to translate to a human, which
I
means,
mean,
but it's really an animal disease. So
right.
how the hell did bats end up giving you all coronavirus? Like what the hell? Like that's what I'm saying. Where's the connection become? Because I mean, I live around fucking deers and
Yeah, you stay
probably
in the
fucking
backwoods, bro.
moose.
Bro,
Yeah, but I don't. There's no time where we're gonna make that connection. Because when I see them, I'm going the other way.
right,
Like there's nothing like, but you know how sometimes them they kind of they you know what I'm saying, they live in so close proximity with stuff and probably doing all that research and being around it all the time
right.
probably do get you a lot sicker. But I
Yeah,
don't think that I think that dude died. I think they just gave it to him and he died from. I think they just killed him and all of a sudden he miraculously just died after they told him don't say nothing about it and he went over it all over and did all this
right. Well, I
and
mean,
he just
look, my thing is like I don't want to be the conspiracy guy, but
I don't know.
I feel like it's a lot of it's a lot of variables in between what they're telling you and what's the truth.
Mhm.
And it's like you have to figure out which one makes you comfortable with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So uh to say that it's I don't know, bro. Like to say that it's a conspiracy, or I ain't gonna say conspiracy, that it's man made, and like I also saw one thing that was saying like it's a virus war going on between America and China because the whole thing with the sanctioning with the goods or whatever with Trump,
Yeah.
all the sanctions Trump was putting on China and stuff like this. So I mean, like it's interesting. Not saying it's wrong at all. Like it's not wrong at all. But I just feel like it'll all tell itself in the long run. I feel like I'm just too.
Yeah.
It's too much
Yeah.
in the elementary stage right now to
Yeah.
say is this or that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
go ahead.
you yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, but I just want everybody to, be safe. I really just want everybody more to come. I really want people to keep work. I want somehow to people to keep functioning. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
want people sitting at the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
cause
mean,
that little chick Trump talking about, like I do feel like this. I feel like when niggas get that money, and when I say niggas, I mean niggas. I mean and I'm using it from the quote unquote correct way of ignorant person or
Mhm.
whatever. I ain't talking about like my brother, my nigga type thing, but like so that mean poor white trash too, or just the average man. A lot of people gonna blow that money, and I think America know that though. I think the government know that we're gonna give you this money, but you finna give it right back to us. You finna give it right back to us. So that little chick ain't finna do nothing for nobody.
Well, shit. What people owing their rent and shit, they might not can't blow that shit.
It-
Cause you get your money, you gonna have to first thing you get your money. If I mean, you should have did your shopping. Cause most people I see in the stores, I feel
right,
like everybody got food. You
right.
know what I'm saying? And hopefully you got money, for your rent. You able to do that, but you gonna pay for that. I mean, like you said, I mean, you gonna get like let's just say because you get the $500 for each kid, and I don't know how many what's the limit on kids. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I think it's
they
five.
just
I
got
think it's
eight
five.
kids. They just give you five. Oh,
Yeah,
five?
yeah, I think it's five. Don't
Dang.
quote me. Don't quote me on that. I think that's the max you can get is five.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
mean, man,
maximum.
that's what I'm saying. So you get this money, yeah. First thing you gonna do, like I'm fortunate, I was able to work, so I
Right,
have my rent paid with that, and that's gonna be extra money pretty much
right.
for me. And I appreciate Trump for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But about the people that's not, what I'm saying, working, which I think there are people that's still working.
right.
And
Yes, a lot of
I
people
wish they
still
would talk
working or
about it.
whatever. And then
But today I was
I
like,
even think I
damn.
even think like with this going on, like evictions have been like slowed down or put to a halt because like I would like to think that, you know what I'm saying, that people out here understand like, okay, you're not working, you have proof that you're not working. So until this is all resolved, you good. You know, so that's what I would like to think. But I mean it's some people
That's
out
what
there
it
don't
should
care.
be.
Huh? That's how it
Yeah.
should be. But I think I feel like it's some people out here that like they don't care. Like, I need my money. You ain't got it, so I ain't got it. So what we gonna do? Type situation or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I get it,
Exactly.
but I would like to think that they out here understanding that okay, this is a crisis going on. This is not something self inflicted or whatever. It's like it's out of everybody's control. So if my job say I can't work, like even with the school teachers or whatever, when I mean like school, I'm talking like part time school teachers, because part time school teachers don't get that salary check like full time
Yeah.
teachers do or whatever. And I know that from like people in my family, you know what I'm saying? That's how they go or whatever. So I mean, it's I would like people out here think people out here got a heart, but everybody don't got a heart, bro. Everybody think like at the end, some people like at the end of the day, where's my money? Where's my money? So I mean, it's gonna be crazy. But I also know I was listening to one thing though, is like a lot of these companies, they might be downsizing their facilities, the ones that they're telling their employees to work from home, and they see that these companies still can function at a high rate without having
Mhm.
so many lights on or whatever, or so much water being
Mhm.
used. They might become the thing where people, a lot of more people start working from home, and then a lot of people that was put in these positions have found a way to not gonna say a lot of people, some people have found a way to resource their way into making money from home. So they might be like, you know what, I might got me a little hustle, or maybe even I have me a job now. You know what I'm saying? Working from home. You get what I'm saying? So like it's a semi positive in there for people that find a way to work around this or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, It all tell in the long run, bro. But it's like this some crazy stuff going on. I mean, like when I say crazy, it's like,
Bro, I got a question.
what's up?
Yo, you think us as black people being conditioned? Why would you think? I feel like you think we being conditioned to dislike. Okay, they're gonna kind of ask you, but that we're being conditioned to think a certain way politically.
Oh, definitely,
Like
definitely. You're grown from
I
day
was
one.
like,
You're grown from day one. That's why, like, I don't knock nobody that like they say they're Republican and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's somebody going outside the box. But you, black people, especially impoverished black people that grow up in like uh untangible situations, or when I say tangible, like for us, like the American dream, that's bullshit type thing or whatever. I think you're conditioned to follow the Democratic route. So when you say politically, I think that's what you're talking about or whatever. Like I think black people are conditioned to be Democrats.
yeah, and
And
then
if
too
then
about
they
Trump.
tell you, I mean, you got to vote, you got your voice count, your voice count. But if I tell you I'm a Republican now, so now I'm the enemy, how you gonna be a Republican, bro? You said I can vote. It's my choice, but I got to vote the way you want me to vote.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, we gotta think about too what's going on. I don't just think about Trump. I was like, even so, I feel like it's like being made. It's like cool. It's like we've been made to hate. I mean, why we hate Trump? I mean, some of the stuff. I listen. I feel
Some of
like
the
Trump
stuff
is a
Trump
fucking.
do, I co-sign it or whatever. But that's just me personally though. Like I don't. I mean, I feel like he's an idiot at the same time. But some of the stuff he do is like you
I
need to
don't even
type.
think he's
I
an
like
idiot.
even when
Because,
Bush was in office, I feel like Al Gore at the time was running against him or whatever. I don't feel like with everything that was going on, even though like everything for us, the reason behind the war with Iraq was found out to be some bullshit. But the fact was, it was a war with Iraq. I don't feel like Al Gore was equipped to handle that type of situation. Sometimes you need an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I mean, it wasn't like it was a real war though.
it was a war. People died, bro. So, what do you want to
Yeah,
call that?
people died, but they didn't die for what they thought they was dying for.
No, no,
And
that's
some
true.
people,
That's true. I mean, but nobody really knows the reason behind a lot of these wars or whatever. You just told you're in the military. You signed up.
that's
Go.
that military shit.
Yeah,
That shit comes down, they gonna take your ass to go to war. All the
yeah.
wars, you get all American wars. Them wars, none of the wars had nothing to do with us. We just jumped into shit.
Right.
And then when we did wars, we only got into a war with a country that's smaller that we thought we was gonna be, like Vietnam,
Facts.
Korea. I
Facts.
mean, they did. Or Kuwait, all these countries, these small countries they could pick on and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's usually so they could get something out of them. You know,
Yeah.
or something
Set
like
up
that.
base.
But
Set up base, bro. This my house now. Mama here
yeah,
now. What's up? Like now I don't know like every country America don't, but I know America. Most of the countries America don't went to war with. They got territory over there now. When I say territory, it's like this our little area right here.
they
We
got
over
something
here
over
now.
there, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure we watching y'all, make sure everything good, man. You ain't doing no goofy stuff to our standards or whatever. So yeah, man. I mean, that's the way it is. America's always at war. You know what I'm saying? Just like that's the history of America. Like everything they done is by force. Nothing is done by negotiation. Everything is by force. You gonna get down or lay down. They are the originators of get down, lay down.
Yeah, they some gangsters. Think about the only yeah. Cause the thing is, I feel like to me personally, the only war that mattered to me as an African American man was the Civil War. Anything other than war had nothing to do with me personally or my people at all. You know what I mean?
What about
the only war that
what
mattered to us.
was it World War II? I think it was World War II. Yeah, what
What
about
that
World War
do with
II?
us?
Like when
What do with us?
they attacked or Hiroshima, however you said or whatever. When
That was the what Japanese people that
yeah,
they
I'm saying, do you think that like I mean, but you had I give no reason I'm asking about that war there because it was like, and I'm pretty sure it was a whole bunch of stuff that was done that I haven't did the full research on it or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it was some stuff that was already going on between these two countries or whatever, and then they was like, you know what, enough of this, we're gonna show you we ain't scared of y'all type thing. So,
so
but you say the civil why you say the Civil War though? Break that down.
because the Civil War is because the Civil War was some people have different reasons why the Civil War was fought, but one of the reasons was the expansion of slavery, and they tried.
Yeah.
And the only reason why, and the South was stupid because they succeeded. They pretty much still maintain. America still let them maintain the order down there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they were trying to gung ho on trying to leave, trying to say fuck that, we're gonna keep slavery.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna
so
do our
Lincoln was like,
own
okay,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, Lincoln was like, okay, well then I guess what? I'm gonna use the enslaved people against you.
Yeah.
Now it adds
To a
more
certain
to our
extent,
numbers. You're going to
don't
lose.
give him all that credit. Don't give him all that credit. To a certain extent,
Who?
Lincoln. Don't
Who?
give him all the credit now.
Oh no, I'm fucking with Lincoln.
Okay.
Lincoln didn't want freedom.
Yeah.
He said
He
himself,
used it as it was a political reason. And then
fuck
even
that
with the
nigga.
slaves,
That's all he
even
said.
with the slaves, it was to a certain extent. Like, if you get over here, I
Yeah.
got you. You know what I'm saying? So
Same thing with the Revolutionary War. When England, y'all here, they joined, but England treated them a little bit. It was a little bit better over there.
I don't know.
America was just fucking.
I don't know. I mean, what do you consider better?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. You know, what I'm saying? You would have to evaluate those situations. I think the reason we know about America dirt so much is because we're here. You might have to ask some people over there, like, you know what I'm saying, that are descendants of those slaves, like, what was conditions that's talked about? Because we don't never talk about slaves in these other countries to a certain extent. Like,
they ended slavery a lot earlier than America.
Yeah. That's true. But I'm just saying, but that doesn't mean that slaves were treated better. You know what I'm saying? Slavery is slavery. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure they was hanging slaves over there too, whipping slaves over there too, raping women over there too, killing babies over there too. You know, separating families over there too. So, get what I'm saying though? Like, I don't want to be like, oh, y'all treated us better. It's like, I mean, like when they talking about the house slave and the field slave, and everybody say on the field slave, but you're still a fucking slave. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the point of it. Like, you're still a slave. Of course, the house slave got treated better and he got more privilege, but he's sitting at the foot on the floor of the master bed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? His condition wasn't the greatest. It was just better than the field slave. You're still a slave. It might have been worse for him because he's always in master face, so he always got to put on the show for it's like hiding who you are on the inside. Like, he really had to put on. You know what I'm saying? So like the field slave, he might like no, he dealing with the slave driver, but in the house, you in the house with the master all day, every day, kissing his ass. So I mean, like, what I'm saying is like, I don't want to like belittle any form of slavery. It was all, I mean, it's bad. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like I said, I don't know how England treated their slaves. That's not something I studied or something like that. So I'm not like well knowledge on that. But I know slaves died over. They slaves were getting killed over there too. So I mean, when you say treated better, I don't know if I can co-sign that term there.
Like America was, I mean, it was. They ended it, but you gotta think about it. Them countries over there have a little bouginess to them. See, American white white man will sit there and fucking. I had a perfect example of the American white man, but this nigga will kill. He's a backstabber. Oh, he keeps the
facts.
But he has this appearance. Well, he doesn't have no more. People see what it is. But he always had this appearance that I'm this morality and all this stuff. America, the value, people are citizens, but you got slavery going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you write the Constitution that people, I forgot how that shit started off. But you write
we the people,
we the people all created equal. You say we created equal. You say that.
Yeah.
But you have people that you consider 3/5 of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they always had this dirtiness behind them. So when it comes to America, like, that's the thing about the American white man. See, the English white man and them, they got that booshness to them. They a little more. Little culture,
but you know, like, the American people are like they ain't nothing but the children of those people, though. You know what I'm saying? It was like we were the outcasts. American people was the outcasts. Like, we don't want to do what y'all want. We want to do what we want to do or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, the mentality is still there. It's just like we want to do things our own way over here. So I mean, I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, America's with that bullshit, but they buddies though.
American white man is the biggest terrorist ever.
You know what? Now that I won't disagree with. That I won't disagree with.
The biggest terrorist ever. Usually all the things that he has been behind, he is the worst. But
just in America's little short history. Just in America's short history. And America ain't been around that long. So just in America's short history, they have done the most damage. The most damage. The way the world is formed now, this country has done the most dirt. The most dirt.
Yeah.
And then they like to go to these. They like to go to these smaller countries or whatever where they got dictators and they want to point out all their murders and crimes and stuff like that. But like, America's in the same boat. It's just like there might be just more in your face, but America do stuff like they cover up their dirt. Some of these other countries, they don't cover up their dirt. They put it in your face. We doing this. Americans they like to cover their trail, and you have to figure out. Oh, you did this, so like you have to figure it out as it go along. And some of these other countries, they just put it in your face. I think that's the only difference right there. That's the only difference. But I mean, but like America does a lot of dirt.
He's blatant. The American white man is always there. He's blatant. His racism in the South was blatant. It wasn't
right.
Up New York, up north, it was different because it was so many cultures mixed in.
Right.
It's like we don't fuck with you, but we live together.
Right.
So you stay on your side, stay on my side. We could, you know what I'm saying?
But you're still beneath me though. You're still beneath me though.
Yeah.
Don't think now.
Yeah,
like I mean, this was the Midwest, but you got to think Emmett Till. Like that wasn't the South. That wasn't the South.
The South was crazy.
No, I'm
South
just saying the whole
like
thing
that.
with Emmett Till. That wasn't the South.
Nothing like that. You get killed just cause. Like a white dude could just he just got fired. He want to kill.
It ain't even that. He don't got drunk and just see you. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let him. Oh Lord, no, bro. Yeah. The worst thing, you know what's worse than an American white man?
What's that?
A drunk American white man. You do that shit? Oh my boy, nigga, you watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. Don't look. Watch out. Them niggas try to wipe out a whole damn building.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, with that alcohol, it brings on rage and courage at the same time. So some they would, I agree.
White dudes and drink.
Yeah, you said you don't.
No, I don't. They do.
Even so, you talking about even now, that's how you feel about it. Bump like the time period. Even now, that's how you feel about it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't fuck white dudes that drink, not like that.
Okay.
Like you can, not really, cause I don't want you to. Cause you know what I'm saying. I don't want shit to slip. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they look too comfortable. You know what I'm saying. I don't want them to be like. Sometimes they act like they get so drunk that they get out of their. I don't like people that drink but still like. I hate when niggas use drinking as an excuse for being like saying stupid shit like
for doing I was always heard like alcohol. Anger. I've always heard that anger and alcohol brings out the true you. And money. Anger, you're going to say what you want to say. You're going to do what you want to say. That's how you really feel. To a certain extent. Because sometimes, you're emotional, but, you've been wanting to say this. Alcohol, it exposes who you really are. And money, it amplifies who you really are. Like, some of the stuff you wanted to do because you didn't have the money, but now you got the money, you know what I'm saying? And I've witnessed that with people I know.
Alcohol, money, and whatever.
Yeah. Now, imagine all this stuff combined together. Oh, bro. If you're a horrible person, boy, you're a threat to society then, black or white. With all that combined. You're angry, you're drunk, and you got money. You're like black, white, whatever. You're a threat to society, bro.
That shit sound like Mike Tyson.
You say what now?
Mike Tyson. That shit sound like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But Mike Tyson was angry. He had money, so he could do drugs.
Yeah.
And he was. What was the other one?
No, just angry money, and alcohol. Well, under the floor, so whatever, we can do that. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like, well, yeah, Tyson was yeah. Hey, but you know, even though I grew up around Evander, Tyson was my favorite fighter. Only time I didn't root for Tyson, it was him and Evander fought each other. Outside of that, man, even when he was talking about he wanted to eat Lennox Lewis kids, and I was like, yeah, because one thing. Okay, let me break that down to you. I always felt like everybody was scared of Lennox Lewis. Like Lennox Lewis to me in that era of fighting was the baddest man. Period. Like both threw a belt in the trash can because he didn't want to fight. Everybody was ducking Lennox Lewis. Let me put that out there. I grew up a Mike Tyson fan because he was the most popular fighter. But I had love for Evander because he had a baby with my cousin. So his child was my cousin. So it was like I looked at it a little different with him. Like I want to see him succeed. I've been around him, going to his house and all that type of stuff there. So I wanted him to be on top. But Lennox Lewis was the baddest man in boxing during that era. Plain and simple. But when Tyson was talking about he was going to eat his kids, I knew Lennox Lewis was going to whip his ass. I knew it because this wasn't the same Tyson. This is old Tyson. He out of control. It was a money grab. But I was like, you know what? I still like what he said, though. I'm going to eat his kids. And I liked it. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyson, okay, Floyd is the most successful fighter, but he still at his highest point wasn't as big as Tyson. Financially, he got it, but like greatness.
Yeah, but I feel you like he ain't he nah.
Yeah, I mean, cause Tyson brought the show. Like he brought the show. Like
Yeah,
people
Tyson.
forget. Like,
Yeah,
and I
nigga,
was just
what?
watching something yesterday
Tyson's
with Tyson
different from.
about like after he beat Evander Ill, like the 2 fights after that, like bro was on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like dirty shots and they show one shot where he hit a guy with an elbow or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
Like,
was
but those
tripping,
ain't
man.
those because it wasn't big fights though. That's why it wasn't talked about because those fights that led up to him fighting Lennox Lewis or whatever. And that's the reason like I can come I can like comment on that because I literally just watched that last night. I mean, ain't nothing else to do. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. But look, bro, I ain't trying to take up much of your time. Like I just wanted to like bring you on here, let the people know we still here, whatever. It's just like circumstances or
All right.
whatever. But Sunday, we'll be here Sunday. Let's say what's a good time for you? Wait, it don't even matter. We'll discuss it after the show. Cause like we're gonna post it at 9 o'clock and where it goes. So it don't even matter. We'll put everything else together after that. But man, you know anything you want to say before you go, bro?
Nah, man. I guess yeah. Be safe.
All right, bro. I'm gonna get up with
All right, man.
you. Peace. Well, all right, well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in for this little quick little show or whatever. Like we'll be back Sunday. Once again, apologies for not being able to do the show and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see you Sunday and man, I guess we out.